Hey, welcome back.
Hey, y'all.
Welcome to Yada Huda Huda Yada, where the hosts are hot and the takes are hotter.
What happened to She by Sheree?
Joggers.
Excuse me?
Joggers. It's more lifestyle.
When?
Probably more September. That is spring, summer.
Okay.
September, spring, spring, summer.
We're so excited to get into today's topic, you guys. But first, you know we ain't gonna meet you without starting you with our favorite segment.
I won't be taking questions. Period.
Well, sure, I won't be taking questions today.
Okay. Mine is a little political. You know we can get a little political in here, right? Ally.
The revolution.
I do not think that anyone above the age of 65 should legally be allowed to govern. Period. I think that the older you get, the more stubborn you are to change, the more out of touch you are with people. Right. And truth be told, your generation is fading away. You guys are, y'all are losing numbers, okay? So, like, why are the rest of us, who are going to be here much longer, forced to live under your authoritarian rule?
No, shout out to Bernie Sanders. That's an old man.
Right, and we love him, but this is the problem. Most old people don't want to change. They get stuck in their ways. They like the way things were when they were kids. That was 50 years ago. We're all on a new wave. Like, the whole point is to grow and evolve and change. And y'all are still... You were born in 1940 and you are governing what's happening in 2025? It don't make no sense. Like, you're out of touch.
Period.
And there's more of us, so why are we following your rules?
You said we can jump you.
Like, you're outnumbered. Like, 35 is a perfect age to get 40s, 50, like, y'all are still in the mix of it all. Once you hit 65, like, aren't you tired? I'm gonna be tired. I'm already tired. I'm not even 30 yet. I'm already tired. Like, y'all go live on a commune if you want to, like, force those people to, like, live under the way you want to live. But can't you let the rest of us be free and make changes and grow? Like,
the commune got me.
It doesn't make sense. Why? Most of the people in the government are, like, aren't they all above the age of, like, 65? Like, most of them, a lot of them are.
A lot of them.
That is so crazy. A subset of people that are only living for, like, about 20 more years max.
Yeah, I mean, Trump and Joe Biden were going lick for lick in terms of being...
Oh, my God. You were born before World War II ended.
Yeah.
You saw Martin Luther King and Addison Rae in the same lifetime. Like, it's not I don't know.
What a funny thing to say.
I don't know. Anyways, that's why I won't be taking questions. We gotta do something about that. That should be a new law.
Period. And you won't be taking questions about it.
I won't be taking questions. Like,
I respect that, and that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
That's what we're here to get. My I won't be taking questions is simping is hot. Bring back yearning.
Ooh.
Bring back chalant. I'm tired of it being cool to be nonchalant, and that's on both ends. All ends. All gender appropriations. As Rihanna said. That's on everybody's side. Like, I feel like it's so cool to be, or people think it's so cool to be, like, nonchalant and not care about anything, and then y'all just go and hide the fact that you have supreme anxiety. You have bombastic anxiety.
Bombastic.
Bring back when the niggas was yearning.
Oh, when they yearned and they had
they
the court?
They yearn out loud. When men came to under your window with the boom box.
Oh.
With the boom box.
And
even yearning, again, all gender appropriations, like, everybody, like, bring back, like, I feel like that's what we're here for. We're here to experience things and you know, really, like, soak up life, and now everybody be so blunted, so stunted, so I don't care about everything. And what they call simping is actually just you caring about something. Bring that back. Like, it's hot.
Yeah.
It's attractive.
Being courted.
Wouldn't
that be nice?
Bring back, like, chalant.
Right.
I'm part of the chalant movement. Like,
Team chalant, okay.
Team chalant.
Hashtag chalant. Hashtag bring back chalant.
Bring back chalant. Which is what I was gonna... Yes, exactly. That's why I won't be taking questions, because I'm tired of y'all slandering caring. I'm tired of y'all slandering. Now, there's a fine line, you see, because men will say they care and it'll stalk you. And that's how you get the killer.
And now
that's how you get the... And
now we're in danger, and now we gotta run.
Running for my life.
And then we should maybe... But that's not even yearning.
That's not even yearning.
And that's not chalant.
I'm saying exactly. Emotional vulnerability, old R&B. Bring it back. Bring it back. Although you listen to some of those songs and you're like, damn, you're nasty.
Yeah. Yo,
my God.
Y'all were freaky.
My God. I listened to the start of Too Close by Next. That you know that song, Why You Always Lying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, baby, why we grinding? That song?
Oh.
The start of it says, I wonder if she could tell how hard I am right now. Well, hold on.
Oh.
Well,
I must have missed that line.
it's the first line.
And how does he sing it?
He doesn't sing it. He says the words, I wonder if she could tell how hard I am right now. And then the music comes in.
Oh my God. It wasn't even like a subliminal
It wasn't
message.
subliminal. It was very bliminal.
Fully bliminal.
Fully bliminal. Very bliminal.
100%
So find a middle ground. Bring back your line. Maybe don't do all of that, but bring back your line. And that's why I won't be taking questions. So welcome to Red Flag of the Week.
Red.
Pew, 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 pew.
Oh, there's so many red flags all the time.
So little time.
So I don't know. I be in and off a Hinge. Like, I don't really meet up, but it is fun to swipe and like whatever. And it's not even a swiping on him, just like
it's
Xing.
really oppressing. It's so intentional.
But it's just like fun to like see like, are you hot? No. Are you hot? Yes. Like, oh, what's your personality? Oh, I don't know. It's just fun. Like, I cannot remember the last time I went on a Hinge date. Like, it's been years.
Okay.
Like those, they just never follow through.
Okay.
They don't. Drop in the chat if you follow through for Hinge. Actually, I'm gonna shout out Nikki because she's been with her man for like 5 years now, and they met on Hinge.
I've only heard Hinge success story. Well, not only, but like
I think it's different for straight people.
Okay.
I think it's different for straight people. I swear, gay people just be on Hinge to play.
And
not to like meet up and play, to like play online.
To waste your time.
Literally waste your time. Anyway, so this one dude popped up on my thing, on my feed, and the prompt was boundaries I have.
Right.
And his response was, I don't believe in boundaries. I was shocked. I was like, this is not a thing that you can't believe. Like, I was like, I didn't even think of that as a valid answer because
scary.
It's frightening. Like, whether you believe in boundaries or not, they exist. So for you to say I don't believe in them,
and it makes it sound like you won't believe in my boundaries.
Oh gosh, no! It makes it sound like you don't give a fuck what I want, what I don't want, what makes me comfortable, what doesn't make me comfortable. You are going to get your way. You're gonna have it the way you want. This is Burger King. You can have it your way anytime.
And like, I'm going to flip a boundary on you and say that you're doing something.
I'm gonna gaslight you.
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
All the way,
Yeah.
deep until you're so mentally fucked up that you're trapped. It's really, really scary. It's
People
really
be
scary.
telling on themselves, which is why I'm like, actually, dating apps are helpful because, like, do I think it's changed dating indelibly? Yes. And I mean, that's what so much of this podcast is, right? It has, and there are, like, certain things that we do have to navigate. But I love that y'all be telling on yourselves.
Yes.
I love
And you gotta
that
believe it.
y'all
I was
be
actually just watching a podcast with Bethany and Nene Leakes, and Bethany was asking Nene if she was on online dating, and Nene was like, I don't know, I don't like that. And Bethany was like, no, it is amazing. You have, like, your pick of the litter.
Yes.
You can say you don't want someone under 5'9". You can say you want
Yes.
someone that does a certain thing or doesn't do a certain thing. They have information in their bio. You can tell if they're like telling on themselves
Yes.
or not. Like, you can really sort of pick out the thing and sort of get
curate.
specific, curate, and it makes it a little easier to weed through some of the bad apples.
And it's hard, right? Because it's so highly curated that it's like such a micro, like it's not real life.
Yeah.
But it sometimes I think you need to curate because, especially because people can lie so well. Not to say you can't lie on your dating apps. Like they're it's like
probably do every day.
Every day. It's like Instagram, right? You're showing your best. So, I mean, you would hope so. Sometimes I'd be like, yo, who looked at this?
I'm like, you needed to have someone check your profile before you posted it. Because
up?
these pictures and these questions and these responses are like...
What did Nikki say? All those botch face photos? Why would you post those?
Whoa. That's a bar.
That's a bar. Like, why would you put that up there?
That's so accurate.
You look crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah, I don't believe about it. I mean, it's crazy. It's not like aliens.
Right.
Like, Taiwo, she don't believe in aliens, and I think it's crazy, but she also says she doesn't need to, and I get that.
I get that.
We don't need to believe, like, they won't affect our lives. Not believing in boundary like that, you're sick.
That's That's a red flag of the week.
Yeah.
My red flag of the week is, someone told me, and I wrote it down here. I'm looking for someone I can hang out with, get to know, and who I can miss when I'm away for work at a couple months at a time. Why are you scared to say you want to date somebody?
Oh, I was like, what's the red flag?
What does that mean?
Right.
You want someone you could get to know, spend time with, who you miss when you're away. What are you? But you don't want to date? What is that? You want a friends with benefits? What is that?
you really hate it when people don't just name the thing. Because you're like, the fact that you're not saying I want to date makes it sound like you want to play games.
You know me so much. No, it's so good to be seen.
But like, that is the definition of date. Let me not even try to like defend it.
And that's a different episode, because the definition of dating, right? But what are you talking about?
Well, is he trying? Because like, what if he just said, I'm looking for someone to date? You would appreciate that more.
Yes, because again, I'm big on intention right now, right? Like, if you have all the accoutrement of wanting to date, but you don't want to call it that, that to me is the red flag, and this is why I put it in red flag of the week, because that shows me that your intention is gonna get, the energy you give it is gonna give, I'm here to play around. Right? I'm just here about, I just kind of want someone. And he was like, but I want it to be chill though. Like,
oh,
yeah, everyone wants something to be chill. But then it's like, well, so then say what you mean and mean what you say. And this is the hard part. And I don't think this is just men, right? I realize we be dragging the men. We be dragging the men. But I don't think this is just men. I think everyone has a sense of like, oh, I just want to chill. Like, I just want to be having fun. Like, and I think that's fair. We've all hit the streets, right? I'm saying, like, I get it. But I want, like you said, I want people to mean what they say and say what they mean. Like, say the hard part. When I was out here just looking for a roster, I would say, hey, I'm just looking for a roster. You know what I mean?
I'm looking for people to add to my Rolodex.
I'm looking for people to put in my BlackBerry. to hit up. You know what I mean? Yeah. And say that. But the hard part is, and this is what I was saying, both people, like all people do, all gender appropriations do, is I think we all are like, no, I just want to like see where it goes. You know what you want. You know what you want. Say it.
Yeah. And people are afraid to, sometimes you don't, but often people are afraid that like what they want is going to shorten the pool of people that are available.
Yes.
So they sort of weave what they want into a sort of more general-ish and vague statement so that they can have more opportunity.
Right.
But then it just leads to disappointment on somebody's end.
It just leads to disappointment.
Because the other person feels played, or you are finding people that want something that you don't want, and now everyone's upset.
Because there's going to be somebody out there who wants to be the girl that you hit up every time you're back in town.
Right.
There's going to be somebody who wants that.
Right.
It's not me. It's not me. But there's going to be somebody who wants that. And my other thing is, because my thing, this is the hard part about me, is I think once I relegate you to, okay, you don't want to be, like, I don't think I would be a good friends with benefits anymore. I think there was a time maybe I would, because I'm not going to make time for you. You're going to hit me up on I'm going to treat you like a trick, low-key.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
I'm not going to make time. There's going to be times that you want to hook up, and I'm going to be like, no, I'm not feeling it. And I might go hook up with another, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna with you. Like, you're gonna get walked like a dog. Like, you don't want this. You know, if I'm a Cancer, so if I'm not emotionally invested in you, I actually treat you like you're dead.
You're like, if I'm not emotionally invested in you, I actually treat you like shit.
I treat you like
I get that.
The hole you crawl out of. Like,
I definitely get that.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get to just have me on your schedule whenever you want it.
So I'm like, if you don't...
And at that point, I won't care if you're not free for me either. Because I'm going to be like, okay, I'm going to just do whatever I want to do. Like...
And then if I get to that point, I'm like, why are you here?
Yeah.
Like, what's the point of you?
Once I stop caring, I don't care.
Yeah.
Once I'm not into you anymore,
yes.
I'm not into you no more. Like, it's done. It's dead. We can never get back together. Sorry, Taylor. I hate to have quoted her, but like, We
ate on
are
that.
never, ever, ever getting back to
She ate on that one.
She did.
Right? And so, to me, that was a red flag because I'm like, it's just so middle of the road. Like, pick a side. Pick a side. Exactly. We're really quoting her to me, I was like, you just don't want to say that you want somebody to be there for you when you come back into town, when you blow in like the fucking tumbleweed that you are.
Tumbleweed from
right.
North Texas, bitch.
So I'm like, no. Say it.
Say it.
Okay. And speaking of say it, I feel with the response.
We were editing the previous episodes, and some things were said. You want to get into it a little more?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel we have to issue an apology to the Short King. This has not been checked by PR. This is coming from the heart.
Mm-hmm.
Short Kings, my low to the ground bro downs, my
keep going.
my vertically challenged brothers. I'm sorry. You didn't deserve that slander. You didn't deserve that hate. Because what you don't have in height, you make up for in heart. Yeah!
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah!
And I just want to say, I love short men.
Right.
I want you to like raise your arms up onto me, and I want to hold you by your little waist, and
right.
I love short men.
You can tell I didn't mean that second right, but yes, and I was just going through, and I'm like, short men, y'all have a place here too, okay? On the Yada Huda Yada podcast.
Absolutely.
This is for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to issue this apology from my heart. Sorry to the Short Kings.
And
sorry to y'all.
I'm sure they appreciate that.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Back to the show. Period. Now that we're done with that, y'all know what time it is.
Get to the couch.
Get to this
right here.
Damn it! So today, what's on the docket, Morgan?
We're gonna talk about attachment styles. Yes. Because I think that attachment styles are such a great tool for understanding yourself, how you love, ways you can love in a healthier way. And I think when you understand your attachment style, you can really, really be aware of where things are coming from, and if they're coming from a healthy place or a toxic place, from a place of trauma or a place of trust and a place of like true love. And sometimes those things are really intertwined, and it takes a lifetime probably of work to really, really undo all of that. And I'm not saying you can't get to a secure place, but I do think that it's probably a conscious thing that you need to keep sort of thinking about. It's not something that you just like fix and then it's gone forever. I think it's a thing that, especially if you do have traumas or you do have either like a really anxious attachment style, an avoidant attachment style, a disorganized attachment style, I think that it's something that once you become aware of, you're going to have to keep sort of working through and keep checking in on, especially when you begin new relationships. Like, I think for me, that's the thing that's really, really important. It's the beginning of the relationship and how you enter it, because that will define how you carry it through. Sure. It is really hard, and especially in romantic relationships. I think friendships are a little bit different, and I don't want to say easier to change, but they navigate change in a different way. But with romantic relationships, especially, that foundation will really set up how you move through the rest of it. And
I'm particularly excited about this episode because I think it's a chance for us to get in our own bags in terms of like, we're not perfect, you know. We be doing our own. You know what I mean? Like, as much as we be like men.
Right.
We be doing our own things, and you are, man. But you know what I mean? Like, we be doing our own...
I didn't even know.
Slander, right?
I thought I was excluded from all that. No, I'm kidding. I'm just as bad as the rest of
right, and so it's like, I am excited because I'm like, we get to be like, okay, you got me. So I respect that. And I think what I love about this show is that it's about getting into the et cetera, et cetera.
The nitty gritty, the yada, the huda, and then the huda, and then the yada of it all.
Say that shit.
The yada, then the huda, then the huda, and then back to the yada of it all.
And so I really think getting into like how do you move in relationships? How do you understand yourself? And I'm a big proponent of like understand yourself more so that you can communicate with people. Like, I really think we're out here, we're not meant to be solitary people. We're meant to, be social creatures. And the onus is on ourselves to understand how we interact with people, right? And some people you just won't mix with. Like, your communication styles, your traumas, your whatever, sometimes will activate each other. But,
activate, yes.
Right? So that's fine. But also understanding, like, hey, I'm coming from this place right now. I need to take a breath, take a beat. This is on me.
Take a breath, then a beat.
Yes.
Ooh, they ain't the same thing,
because that's where you hoes get wrong.
That's where you hoes mess up. You take the breath, but then you don't take the beat. And what is in that beat?
Right.
Reflection.
What?
Thought. Right.
Because when you just take the breath, hear me now. When you just take the breath, you're breathing to respond.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I see. I put my hair back.
Right.
I'm listening.
They're not woke to that.
Nope.
They didn't wake up for that one. You're just taking it, so then you gotta take a beat.
They're missing the critical analysis. Right.
Okay.
Right. I also think we're so in this world of be who you are. Yes. It's okay to be who you are. Be accepted for everything, all that stuff, all your shortcomings. Like Beyonce said it, love me for my flaws and all. Like, she ate with that. However, you should be working to better yourself. We're all going to be flawed for the rest of our lives. But like, you should be working to better those flaws. And especially when those flaws are affecting your relationships and affecting how you engage with other people and interact with other people. Yeah. It's something to be worked on and grow.
Yeah, or at least to be seen for what it really is.
At least to be seen for what it really is. And not just who I am.
Yes. You think you need to check his location all the time because that's just the kind of girl you are. No, baby, you're anxious. No, baby, you're not in a secure relationship.
Right, and we're just about to get into that.
Right. And Morgan sort of touched on it, the sort of different types. We don't really need to go into all the proliferations of definitions, but like the sort of baseline we can use here is there's secure attachment, which is secure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're pretty healthy, you're not super anxious, you don't really avoid confrontation.
Right.
I don't even want to say confrontation because that's actually a separate thing, but you don't avoid problems or issues. Yes. You don't run away from communication.
Right.
But you're not also hyper anxious by confronting issues, having communication, all that kind of stuff.
Having a deep fear of abandonment.
Yeah.
Then there's anxious attachment, avoidant attachment, and disorganized, which is a combination. And then within each one, you can have like anxious, preoccupied, avoidant.
Fearful, avoidant, yeah.
Exactly. So there's many branches of the trees, but again, that's sort of the baseline we'll be using for this conversation. Let's start with our first question. What attachment style are you?
I'm definitely an anxious preoccupied. And it's gotten so much better since my last relationship.
Why was I scared you were going to say worse?
Oh my God.
I was actually terrified.
It actually couldn't get worse than that.
Oh.
That was like a peak. I learned so much through that. But yeah, I'm very anxious preoccupied. Like, I want them to want me. I want them to like me. I will change my need, or I have in the past changed my needs, changed my wants, done anything to make that person's version of a relationship work. And even like, I don't do this anymore, but even like when they say they like something, I'm like, okay, wait, I need to get into that thing, or I can't say that I don't like it. Or if I do like something and they do like it, or they don't like it, I'm like, oh fuck, now I have to find a way to make it seem like I don't care as much about that thing. Like, very anxious about them being interested in me in the first place, and then very anxious about like, okay, well, are they gonna stay? Are they gonna keep wanting me? Are they just gonna like run away? Are they gonna find someone else? Why don't they text me back as much as I want to text them? are they thinking about me as much as I'm thinking of them? To like all of that, very anxious, preoccupied. And in my previous relationship, it was the most magnified, but like I could spend every day thinking about it, questioning. Like if I felt an ounce of insecurity, it was like, oh my God, that thing, how do I bring it up? Wait, should I bring it up? What if I do? Blah, blah, blah. Like it just, and if I didn't feel secure, if one thing happened, if I had one, and my whole day is fucked, was fucked. Like it was crazy.
Do you think this is why you don't like to like casually date? Like you always say, like it's so much, like that sounds like it takes a lot of energy from you.
It
Do you
did.
think like does dating feel like energetically zapping for you?
I don't want to say zapping, but I think because it doesn't make me feel tired. Well, yeah. I mean, I think now it would because I've sort of like rewired my brain a bit, but it didn't make me feel like tired. I don't know. Zap makes it feel like it's like sucking energy.
I know. I was just hearing all those things you were listing. I was like,
and that does it. What? Yeah. Like now that actually saying it out loud and hearing you say that, I'm like, it is exhausting. But I think dating takes a lot of energy and time for me, and so yeah, it can be hard to date casually because if I'm gonna do all that, like I want to make sure that they're really interested. So I think because my goal was maybe to avoid all of that, and also because I can be very all in. Like when I'm all in, I'm like like very intense in a way that like I actually don't know if I will be like that anymore because I think a lot of that intensity stemmed from an anxious attachment that I wasn't hyper aware of.
Yeah.
So, but I think like, yeah, because I know I'm so all in, I want to do everything together, I want to spend all this time, I want to do all this, blah, blah, I want to talk all the time. I'm like, okay, well, like casually, I'm like, I don't want you to just casually like me. Like, I need to know that you're locked in. I need to know that you're not going to leave. I need to know that you want me. I need to know that you're invested because like, I'm going to be invested. I'm going to do things for you. I'm going to want to talk to you all the time. I'm going to make time for you. I'm going to sacrifice my goals. I'm going to sacrifice my like, thinking back to it, like I wouldn't have said that years ago, but like those were the things that I was doing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was a lot, and there's so much more to unpack still. What do you think you are?
I love you, friend.
I love you too.
I think I'm also an anxious attachment style. I've sort of gone back and forth on like which specific like subgenre of anxious I am, but I think, you know, especially as I think about previous relationships, I think I was so quick to try and define a relationship because I had that fear of abandonment, right? And I also think like my childhood was marked by being like a high achiever, someone who like really I always felt like I was only as good as my next achievement, right? And I think that made me, and I think a lot of my high achieving, especially Black people, can relate to this. Like as a young child, you then learn to associate your worth with how much you're able to produce, right? And so I always felt like, no, I needed to have a thing, a trophy from it.
I needed to define that this was a relationship because I marked off this thing in my life.
I need to have my boyfriend, then I need to have the husband, then I need to have the, you know, person on my arm as I walk to the Oscars. Right?
And I need to do it as soon as possible.
Exactly. And so I was so goal-oriented that I think I was so anxious about being abandoned. I think I was so anxious about not being enough. And so it's so funny. I remember reading my horoscope once, and it was like you mask your fear of abandonment by like hyper nurturing. And I was like, oh, that's so accurate. Like I like used to hover and be like, oh, you know, what do you want? Anything for you?
I used to do that.
Very catered to you by Destiny's Child.
Very.
And I think
very Michelle on the Bridge.
Very. I'm gonna give my breath, my strength, my will to you. That's the least I can do.
Yeah, the least I can do is my breath, my strength, and my will.
I was like, that's everything.
That's everything.
That's everything. That's everything.
What else do you have left to give? Some
Whitney
dick?
Houston.
Well, for me, some dick.
Right. I was like, well, no. Whitney Houston and I think I have nothing. She said, I won't ask for too much, just all that you are and everything that you do.
All that you are and everything that you do. Now, honestly, she beat Michelle because quite literally that encompasses the entirety of all
Yeah,
this.
she said to infinity and beyond. Easy.
And then into eternity.
Into eternity, bitch. I'm on you. I'm on your body. And so I think I realized, like, oh, like, my attachment leads me to, like, I wanted the end goal more than I was, like, in the journey. And that made me not focus on, okay, Kaya, are you loving this moment? Are you really, like, loving this person? Or did you decide, hey, I'm going to go all in on this person really early? And this is why, to circle back, why I am like, oh, no, I need to date and have someone show me consistency before... Because I know once I lock in, I have the propensity to get anxious about it. And, you know, I work on that a lot in therapy, but I definitely think that's my attachment style.
We're so similar in that way of wanting to define it.
Yeah.
Because, and like not wanting to be abandoned.
Yeah.
Because I would like lock in. Like when I'm locked in and I pick a person too soon, like I would just be like, okay, I like you, so you're it. And now we can make it work, and then we'll be together forever, and we'll go through the hardships and we'll go through whatever, and that's it. But why am I doing that 2 months after knowing a person?
Well, and I think this is why when we offline talk about relationships and stuff like that, I'm always like, and then this is so illuminating for me because I think our styles mirror each other in a lot of ways. And, you know, as we're just going through journeys of different relationships, I think we pick up different things. And I think the thing that I've picked up most recently that has helped me is like, I used to feel, and this is like a scarcity mindset, right? Which only makes you anxious, more anxious, mindset, right? I used to feel like, okay, if I let this man go, I may not have, no one's gonna love me like this.
Where am I gonna find another one?
Where am I gonna find another one? Like, first of all, girl,
Joe on a street.
I mean,
like. And you don't even want him, but there's one right out there. Like,
and there's something to be said for like when you have a relationship that you feel like this is really worth fighting for. I'm not saying don't fight for relationships, but I am saying especially early on, I don't know if it's like, I don't know what it is. I think it's partially like decentering men in terms of like, it feels like such a prize to have a man that I'm like, well, I can't let this go.
Yeah.
But I also think, again, it's worth it to have relationships. Relationships really do pour into you, and I think it's worth it. But I think I used to be so afraid of, like, saying no or seeing a red flag and being like, oh, respectfully, no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that came from anxiety. Like, if a man would say I'm fighting demons, you know that's me.
Right.
I can't. If a man is, if you working through something, you got it, King.
Yeah,
work through it on your own. I don't. I love that for you. Goodbye. And I used to be so scared of like saying goodbye early on or saying that's not what I want. If a man came in who I liked and was like, hey, I'm trying to only have sex. I'm trying to just add to my roster. Back then, because of my anxious attachment style, which is so sick, right? Because, let me finish the thought. Back then, because of my anxious attachment style, I would be like, well, I can, maybe he'll change. Maybe he'll want the same thing I want. Maybe he'll da-da-da. And then later, I'm anxious about it because I'm like, oh, well, what if he's going to leave? Or what if he's
not going to do these things that I want him to do? And like,
and I'm like, well, baby, if you just at the beginning took him at his word,
right? You would have realized
and said, "Hey, that's not what I want."
He's never going to give you what you wanted because he's not that person.
He's not that girl.
Right.
And so, I think it's so okay to say, "No, that's not what I want now," and that's something I never would have done.
Well, I also think the scarcity mindset thing too is like, I'm not going to speak on your experience, but like my experience as being younger and maybe not being perceived as attractive by people that I wanted to be with.
Sure.
Was like in my young adult life, which is 29 a young adult? Am I just a grown man now? I feel young. I might just be a grown man. I'd be calling myself a grown man, but then to say it out loud?
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyways, as a young adult, like early 20s, that's young adult. And when I did finally meet someone or people that like I was interested that were interested in me, I was like, well, I need to hold on for dear life because I don't know when I'm going to find this again, which stems from being a child and maybe not being perceived as, you know, by the people that I wanted to be perceived by in the way I wanted to be perceived by them. But that's just childhood. That doesn't mean my entire life experience is going to be like that, right? And my adult experience has actually not been like that. Yeah. That's just being a kid. Kids are also and you coming from where you grew up, raised and plays all into that. So it really is a work of like unlearning the scarcity mindset and knowing that there are so many people out there, and I don't even believe in like one soulmate. So I never have too, which just goes to prove my point. There are multiple people out there that you could meet that could align with you. I also think the abandonment thing, like, it's funny to think about now, but like, I used to get ditched by my friends sometimes when I was a kid.
Oh! This is not what I want to see!
Yeah, but like, sometimes in the neighborhood, like, they would ditch me. Like, I would like go to get something and they would ditch me, or like, I would like supposed to meet them somewhere and they wouldn't be. And like, sometimes we would all hang out, but then other times I would get ditched and like, I don't even know. No shade to them and whatever. Kids are...
All shade to them. I'm gonna find y'all.
Honestly, I can't even tell you which friend... Like, I probably blacked it out. Aww. And, you know, I used to not have friends in recess. Like, I used to be running around the recess park, like, looking for people to play with. They used to be like, you're gay. I just, like, that's the only thing I can remember of, like, 2nd and 3rd grade recess. Like, I did not have friends, babe. I did not. Anyways, but I think there's also something from that... That's made me...
I mean, that's everything, right? Like, our childhood, the way we are interacted with, like, that's everything about how we interact with people later on. Morgan, that's hard.
I also think, and my mom, when I was younger, like, I think ages, like, until I was about 4 or 5, when we moved to Maryland, my mom, she used to fly back and forth from Chicago and Maryland for work. Yeah. And I was a baby, and so she used to fly back every Thursday or Friday, and then she would like home, and then she would fly to Maryland on Monday. Yeah. So she would fly back and forth, like to go to work and then come home to spend time with me, which is like she would spend the money on the flights, and she was like, I need to go be with my son, but I also need to go work, but I'm gonna come back every single weekend to be with my son. Is like such love and like care, but 2, I do think that. As a baby, like, I wonder if there's a psychological thing that's like, no, it's not even shade to her. Like, she was providing for me, supporting me. So it's like, not like she did it out of a lack of love, but I wonder if physically, like, psychologically, there was a feeling of like, she's gone, she's coming back, she's gone, she's coming back.
Of course
that is also part of that, so.
Of course there is, and I think there's so much to, again, I mean, the whole field of developmental psychology is about how these instances that happen in our childhood formulate our ways of moving through relationships as adults, right? And I think, like, I didn't have that case, but my experience of, like, growing up was so much, like, I was the productive, I'm the youngest, and I, like, felt like I always had to have my shit together. It was very much, like, it feels like what people describe as older sibling syndrome of like, I feel like my mom was like, oh, she got it, she's good, like, you know what I mean? And so I don't feel like, and this came to head so many times in my like younger adult life, meaning like late teens in college, early, when I had to talk to my mother and be like, you like didn't take care of my needs because you thought I was good, and so it makes me unable to say my needs to people. Like, I'm not, I mean, I used to be really bad at asking for help or saying things that I needed, even in like friendships, and then in relationships, I was just like, okay, well, I want to keep this person, so like I won't say a negative emotion that I have, or I won't, you know what I mean?
If you watch episode 3, this goes hand in hand with the people pleasing.
This goes hand in hand with the people pleasing.
If you didn't watch episode 3, why don't you just go run that back?
What are you doing?
Yeah, finish this one first.
I don't even know what order to tell you to do, but I need you to watch both.
Right.
Listen to, but like, you have so many options. You really just blew me. Like, what's going on?
And that's, we don't even know if they might have watched episode 3. Like,
lucky move. But yeah, I think, right, we learn those things, and so I think you learn how to be in relationships because they start out as survival tactics. It's just how you navigate your world, and then it becomes something that's like a trauma response.
Yeah. you know, like, I didn't always even know what attachment styles were.
Yeah.
And I'm curious, like, how did you find out what attachment style you were?
Ooh, that's such a good question. I don't know how I, like, first was like, oh, I'm a this. I think the first, you know, because it's yada huda, it has to come with a story.
Right.
So I think to me,
You gotta give the huda yada.
You have to.
You gotta give the yada huda so we can get back to the huda.
The huda
then,
yada.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I think to me, one of the first relationships I can remember, like, exhibiting this in was probably a relationship I had in college. I was dating this guy who, like, this happens to me in a lot of my relationships. I look back and I'm like, wait, why was I dating you? Like, why was I pressed? Like, I was stressed. I was stressed, pressed, obsessed.
I've been there.
Right? And so I was dating this guy, and he would so frequently be like, oh, I, like, only want to hang out at night, or, like, I only want to do this, and I only want to, or I would have to, like, go, and he would be like, I'm working, like, you want to just, like, sit in the corner and, like, while I work? And it's not sitting in the corner, not cucking you. Not cucking you.
He had you cucked in the corner while you were working.
It was like he had to work in the library, and so he was like, well, you want to spend time together by, like, just sitting there and working while I'm working? And I'm like, okay, sure.
Like, at least I'm next to you.
At least I'm next, you know what I mean? And then that's when I realized, like, oh, is your desire to, like, just be in someone's orbit stronger than your desire to, like, feel loved, wanted, and cared for?
Right.
And it was. Spoiler alert, it was.
Damn.
And I remember talking to my therapist, and she was like, she be on my ass. I love her. She was like, you know, at what point are you going to start putting your needs into the equation? And I was like, well, I don't know what you're talking about.
Is this the
like,
same
this
therapist?
is what you do. Yes. We've been down.
Wow, I need a therapist.
This is why it's hard to switch therapists.
I need a
like,
yeah.
You know my whole backstory. You know all the lore. She knows the lore. She don't even be having to take notes no more. She'd be like, well, if you recall, back in 2016, you
right.
And I said,
I need a new therapist.
Right.
I need a new therapist.
You do. Everybody get therapy. I love therapy. You know what I mean? And so she would really open my eyes to, like, did you even like this man? Did you even, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's how it first manifested for me.
Mm-hmm. I can think back to multiple moments. Like, with my first ex, I remember early on, maybe like 2 months in, we had kind of like officially started dating, and I think I was nervous, and it was one of those things where we met kind of just to hook up, and then we just like kind of never stopped talking. And so I didn't know where, like, I was like, I don't know, we didn't know where it was gonna go, but whatever. And I remember at one point him being like, I get attached very easily, and I was like, wait, me too. But that didn't really clock it for me, but like...
Did you love that?
I loved it, because I was like, wait, we're matching. And actually, our attachment styles kind of complemented each other in that way. Like, that was a young relationship, so there were, like, issues, but, like, it was... I don't think of it as, like, an unhealthy relationship. Honestly, I was the toxic one.
Oh.
I probably was, because I can think of a phone call that I left him a voicemail one time on New Year's, and he wasn't with me, and he wasn't, like, responding to my text.
That's the one I've heard.
Yeah, and he wasn't with me, and he wasn't responding to my text, and I was so upset that he, like, but that was the anxious attachment coming out of, like, you're abandoning me, like, you're supposed to be here all the time whenever I want, like, and he forgave me, he stayed with me, like, he was a good man.
That's a good man.
He's
Savannah.
a good man. If you're watching this, you know who you are, and I think you're a good man.
That's a good man, Savannah.
He's great. But my most recent ex, this is where it really manifested.
Right.
And I think it was coming out of that first relationship that ended. It wasn't abrupt because it was kind of a long time coming, but I just hadn't come to terms with that really. Right. And then I spent like all of San Diego. I don't know. I was very lonely in San Diego. I think I was sad about that relationship. We were in grad school, so I didn't even really have the time to process it. Like, I actually, and I've never really thought about that, but I really don't think I had the time to process it. And truly, in my heart, like, I know that we didn't feel like we were partners anymore, but, like, I thought we were going to somehow get there, even though it was never going, like, but I did imagine my life with him. I was like...
Yeah.
Anyways, and so then in San Diego, I was, grad school was tired. I was also lonely. There was also, like, the pool of people, it was also just a lot, and I never had a good dating experience there and all that kind of stuff. And so I met this guy, came to LA. He was very different. He wasn't connected to anything. I was like anybody I knew. He was acting, like all these things, and I sort of really latched on to it. And I was doing anything in my power to make it work, and to the point to the point where I, entered a poly relationship, and that wasn't what I wanted.
We both like slipped and fell into
poly. I was like, I have mature love. Like, I can work with this. And I didn't even want an open relationship at the time. Like, I wanted to be with someone who wanted to be with me, but he wanted to be open. So I was like, well, I've done it before. I'll just do it again. It's fine. I can get over it.
And the insidious thing is you can convince yourself you want it. Morgan, I was telling Morgan, like, I don't think you want this. And Morgan was fighting me.
Oh my God. I was like, no, it actually makes sense because, like, you can love other people and still be, and you can do all that. Like, I was convincing myself.
Yes.
But the worst part of it all was actually, we hung out like all summer a lot. It was super intense for like 2 months. And like he stayed at my house for a week. Like it was a lot. I was like in love. I remember calling my friends back home. I was like, you guys, I'm in love. I met the one. They were like, oh my God. Like it's so, like they never even met the kid.
We're such lover girls too. That's the thing. As much as we're like, fuck man, like
yeah.
We aren't lovers.
Yeah, I mean, when I'm down bad, I'm down bad. But the worst of it all was he went away for 10 weeks. Mm-hmm. And I was so anxious. He's kind of like a bad texter. And so, like, sometimes he would respond. Sometimes he would take forever to respond. Sometimes, like, he wouldn't respond. And I remember being so anxious every time he didn't respond because it was like, oh my God, wait, he doesn't want to talk to me. He doesn't like me. He's not thinking of me. And also, I was fighting so hard for that relationship. Like, he didn't even know if he wanted to be in the relationship. Mm. Like, even after the 2 months, he was like, I don't know if I want to date. I don't know if I want to be with someone right now. If I do, like, I don't know if I want to be with one person. I mean, like, he was the one that was like, I might be poly. I've been thinking about this a lot. And I was like, no, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. And so every little thing, like, I knew what he said, but I was fighting it. So every little thing, I was like, okay, well, I need to get him. He's not responding. Oh my God, is he deciding he doesn't want to be with me? Oh my God, is he, like, out with some other dude that he's meeting and, like, falling in love with and wants to be with him? I remember, like, I went to go see my friend June in a play at Santa Cruz, and I remember, like, it was... Shout out to June. I love you. I remember sometimes it was so hard to focus because I was waiting for him to text me back. If he didn't text me back for too long, I was so anxious, and I was trying my best to cover it up, but I could not shake it, and I was also, like, too embarrassed and afraid to, like, really spill, like, all of that anxiety in front of them. Even though I love them and I know they wouldn't judge me, I think, like, I was just, like, crashing out over it, and it felt like I didn't want to let it out too much because I didn't want to, like, do it. Although looking back, I'm like, I actually wish I would have just sat down and had a conversation with them because they actually probably would have, like, set me straight. Love you all down. I remember Sierra, she used to hear every single day at Barry's about it. We used to offline about it all the time. And she'd be like, hey, so, like, I just wonder if you have this much anxiety about it and if it's, like, this much work, like, if it's the thing for you. And I'm like, no, it's fine. Like, it's fine. Like, it's fine. Like, it's just, like...
You were fighting us on that. And that's normal. I fully believe, me and one of my best friends say this all the time, you can't tell a girl what to do about her man. Like, you can give, and there's sometimes Morgan will ask me for advice, and I'll be like, Morgan, I don't think it matters what I say. Because at some point, and y'all feel this, you're gonna do what you want to do.
Yes.
I'll take advice and I'll be like, right. So back to my regulated schedule program.
I think I used to want advice because I can be indecisive and I want to do the right thing. And sometimes I know what's right and I know what I shouldn't do, but I know I kind of still want to do the thing I shouldn't do. And sometimes I do hear the good thing and it's like yes.
Right.
But I've also, like, sometimes I think I wanted people to tell me what to do, and so I want to hear the advice because I want you to say the thing that I know I don't want to hear so that I do it.
Yeah.
And now I've gotten better at being like, I do actually want to hear your perspective because I like hearing other perspectives, but, like, I'm going to do what I want to do. And unless I think it's going to destroy my life, I'm going to make the fucking choice. Like, I need to learn from it, or I need to experience it to know that it's what I'm doing, what I want to do, and not doing what someone told me I should or shouldn't do.
That's so interesting, because now I feel like I'm at a middle ground. I feel like I was such a I'm going to do what I want to do person that now I'm like, maybe when people are telling me, hey, take a look at this, now I start to incorporate that. Now I'm like, maybe you're on to something. So it's really interesting.
I will do what everyone else wants me to do all the time. When it comes to, like, advice on relationships and all that kind of stuff, I want to appease the people who like I whose opinion I trust, or who I do the thing I know I should do, instead of just like standing on. Yeah, I kind of just want to do this. Like I want to do this because for these reasons, and that's it.
I guess it depends where you're starting from, right? I'm such a don't tell me what to do kind of person. Like, shut up.
I'm like a tell me what to do. I have no idea what I need to do, what I should do.
Comment down below. Are you team don't tell me what to do, or are you team I need your opinion? Yeah. Give me your opinion!
That was such a long way of saying how I found out, but...
Oh, that's what you were answering.
That was how I found
out. Yada, huda yada. Period. So, that brings me to our next question. You've talked, about things that your partners can do or men can do to make you feel insecure in relationships. I wonder, what can men do to make you feel secure in relationships?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
Have I thought about, I guess I have thought about it. What are things that I need? Like, I really need words of affirmation. I think early on is, again, like I think I said this before, but like the foundation that you start in a relationship is super, super key.
Sure.
And so I think early on, I really do need words of affirmation.
Yeah.
And I need them to be unprompted. Like I need you to just, I don't know, tell me you like me, or tell me I'm pretty. Tell me I'm sexy, tell me I'm hot, tell me all these things. I don't need it constantly all the time, but like it does make me feel wanted. And again, it lays a foundation so that when maybe it does start to taper off, it's like, yeah, I know. Because like you feel that way, right? Like it's like the foundation of like, yeah.
You can like load up on it.
Yeah, so I can like load up on it and know that it's the baseline. Although like, I don't think I ever want it to fade. Like I kind of want you to always tell me that it looks good. But I think my anxious attachment sort of in the beginning can be quieted down a little bit.
Okay.
By those words of affirmation. The flip side of that is like I'm trying to work on the anxious attachment, so sometimes I also don't want to feed into it as much. So there's that. I think physical touch is definitely a big thing. Like when you want to be close to me, putting a hand on me. I think something I've realized is not being afraid to show affection in public makes me feel secure.
Were you afraid? Oh, him not being afraid.
Okay. Yeah, like an arm on the shoulder, an arm on arm, a handhold, all that. Like if you're not doing that, or you're like afraid to do that to some, at least like in any extent, then I start to be like, well, are you embarrassed of me?
Yeah, what? No.
Like it makes me feel, because like I don't think that it has to mean that you're in some crazy serious thing. If we're like dating, or even if we're just romantic towards each other and whatever, I think like if I don't know, but there's. If we're romantic to each other, and especially if we're dating, like if I want to hold your hand, and then you pull it away, I don't know.
Yeah,
that's gonna make me feel a little bit insecure. I also think a big thing really is check-ins.
Okay.
And like emotionally checking in with how I'm feeling, where I'm at. I think, again, this goes to the people pleasing and the anxious attachment. Sometimes if something is maybe like unsettling me or not making me feel super secure, I might be afraid to bring it up because I don't want them to run away, or I don't want it to turn into a fight. I don't want them to give them a reason to leave me. And so sometimes it's nice to have someone that can take the lead on that and check in and be like, hey, how are you feeling about us? Is there anything that I'm doing that's like not making you feel great? And then the next step is, what can I do to make you feel more secure? My first ex, when we were open, I remember it was really hard for me. It was never like I was never gonna be in an open relationship. Growing up, that was not like I didn't even think about that.
Imagine growing up being like, I can't wait till I'm open.
I wonder if the kids are thinking that nowadays. So I don't know.
That's terrifying.
I don't know. But I remember it was so hard for me to like know that he was hooking up with other people, even though like I was hooking up with other people. But I knew that I was never gonna leave him. But I wasn't him, so I didn't know. And I remember being so jealous all the time, and it was so hard. And at one point, he was like, Morgan, what do you need from me to feel more secure in this? Because I don't want to leave you. I want to be with you. We're open. Like, this is what we're doing, and we're trying to do it now so that we can figure it out before we're a long distance. And I remember all I think I really needed was him to tell me that he loves me and like check in with me before.
Sure.
We had a rule that we were going to tell each other when we were doing it and text each other after. So that was already happening. But like, I just needed some like I love you. Like, I'm quick to feel unloved, unwanted, uncared for.
Well,
so
yes.
I literally needed him to, like, say the words,
Yeah.
I want you, I love you, I care for you.
Right.
And he started doing it, and I literally within, like, so quick, I want to say within, like, the next hookup, I felt better. He was like, oh, I'm going to hook up. I was like, okay. He was like, I love you. Can't wait to talk to you after. Like, and I was like, okay. And then after, he was like, hey, like, I just left. And I was like, oh, how was it? And we would, like, talk about them all. And, like, I really was like, oh, wow. Not only is he telling me I love me, which feels good, he's literally doing, like, exactly what I said I needed him to do to feel secure. Like,
Yeah.
what more can I ask for? I'm going to ask him that I need something, and he's going to give me what I need. Like, it's great. So I think even more than, like, the love languages things, I think it really is about the check-ins and the willingness, the proactiveness, really, to say, what can I do differently to make you feel better? Not, which I've had in a previous relationship, which is, well, this is the relationship you signed up for, so it's kind of jealousy is your thing to deal with, and how you feel about this is your thing to deal with.
Sure.
Because that's just not healthy, and it's also like, damn, did you give a fuck about me? Like,
I didn't.
what can a man do to make you feel secure in a relationship?
I love that you took it the sort of love language route, because it's not kind of how I meant it, but I do think those love languages are the things that make us feel loved, right? And so that inherently makes us feel secure. So I love that. In that aspect, I think I used to be such a words of affirmation person because, I do think they're important, right? Like, I think I've become more of like, okay, like, show me, like, I actually don't just tell me, but I do think words of affirmation are important, right? I love physical touch. I love quality time. I'm really big on, like, okay, are you actually going to make time for me? Because, like, reciprocity is really big for me, right? Like,
yes.
I need
Huge
energy to be reciprocated, and unfortunately, I don't know if it's the patriarchy, I don't know what it is, but I do kind of feel like the man needs to like the woman more than...
I think, and straight relationships, it's usually healthier.
It's... Because if you look at the data, I'm just
Let's
going
look
off
at
the
the
data.
facts, let's look at the numbers.
Let's just look at the numbers, let's look at the facts, let's look at the spreadsheets.
The reports.
The reports, if you will, from the people on the ground.
The pie charts.
The pie charts. It's like, it just feels like it's so much like more fulfilling relationships when the woman likes the man more than he likes her. It gets dark.
It does.
It gets spooky.
It gets scary.
It
and
gets
then they're
spooky and
mean,
kooky.
and
now you're
you
running
got
for your
Stockholm
life.
syndrome, and
you
it's
know what I
too
mean?
much. Yes.
Stockholm syndrome, right? And so it's we just start naming.
Yeah.
You got Munchausen.
I
Right, and so it gets dark, and so
Yeah.
I do think that reciprocity and or more proactivity is important for me. The things that I was gonna say is, now I can't give my last ex much. There's not much I can give him.
Right.
But But the thing that I will give him, and the reason I think I stayed in that relationship as long as I did, is because I think he made me feel secure in ways that I hadn't in previous relationships, which I also think was like just where the lessons I was taking from previous relationships, which was one, like, which I kind of alluded to earlier, which is being able to voice negative emotion. Like, so someone who is patient, like that. Patience really makes me feel secure. Like, no, I want to hear you out, and I'm listening to, like, not respond, but I'm listening to hear what you have to say, because what you have to say is important to me.
That is yes.
That was
yes.
So, and I almost feel like I'm giving people. Maybe we're giving the men the cheat codes right now of, like, because men will come up to me and be like, oh, you know, like, what kind of guy do you like, and what kind of, and I almost don't like telling that to guys, because I'm like, be the kind of guy you are, and we'll see if it
matches. Yes.
But to, you know, I guess come watch this episode. So I think patience is really something that makes me feel secure. I also think that, like, something else that I learned from that relationship that I really like is, like, and this is why it's interesting to me that we, like, mirror each other in these ways, but we're not the same. We're sort of reflective images.
Yeah.
Is because you were coming at it and you mentioned, like, you know, I need someone who is going to check in and you know, maybe start those conversations of, like, how are we doing? I think, and you can probably attest to this, I think sometimes I check in too much. Like, which is to say, I'm like, okay, you know, we need to have a deep, and I'm like planning conversations that we need to have.
Yeah.
And I really had to release that. And I think that makes me feel secure of like when we need to have conversations, they can be had and they can be really intense. Like, they can be really intentional. But I don't need to like have deep conversations as much as I think I want to sometimes. I think that's my anxiety of like, oh no, I need to break down like what exactly this was and what you know. Sometimes
Yeah.
You can feel things out a little bit more. So I think security. And now again, what I said, words of affirmation is not my biggest thing now as much as it used to be. I still need you to don't let me, because I'll be like the quarterback or not the coach. And I'm going to be like, hey, I'm going to pull you to the side. I was running your numbers.
From last season?
They're abysmal. Looks like you haven't said I love you first in 3 days. I had to say it first the last 3 days. What is that about?
You need to make a few more passes down the yard. A few more touchdowns.
Run. Your yardage is terrible. Now you can tell I don't know sports. Because you don't want to get benched.
Right. We have to pull the water boy up.
Right.
And because he really wants to play.
Right.
And he will play his heart out on the field. And so if you're not willing to play your heart out,
let me know.
You'll sit on the bench and watch.
And you'll be drafted. So those are really important.
Reciprocity is so big. I realize that's super big for me. I want because when we're in it, we'll be in it. So we'll want to plan to spend time. I want to do things, and I need you to also be texting me first. I need you to be planning things. I need you to be like saying things. Also, like but people want to be wanted, but it's interesting when people want to be wanted a different way. Like I want someone who's like, oh, I want to do this thing with you, instead of like being like, do you want to do this thing, and then like waiting for not necessarily that, but like
you're the like, do you want me to go?
Yes, like I'm like kind of like, do you want me to go, and I want them to be like, I want to do this thing, or like I want to sleep over, and then I'll be like, yeah, of course sleep over, instead of like, should I do this or should I go home, and then I have to be like, well, do you want to go home? Like, of course I want you to sleep over, but now you're asking the question, and now I want to be like, I don't want to chase you, like I'm not trying to pull you. Or force you to your point of like act how you act, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, if you want to go home, go home. Even though I want you to stay, but I don't want to have to.
And it's really act how you act because I've been lied to.
Oh.
I wanted to say men are liars, and I don't want to put out that blanket statement.
Yeah.
However,
but
some people.
He was actually such a good liar, and that's how I see why you felt secure in that relationship, because he lied his heart. He was on the field. His yardage. He had the best numbers all season.
He was lying like it
until we found out. Until we found out that underneath the helmet was not the face that was reflected out there. Like he was wearing prosthetics. You see,
a whole different man.
And so they started to tear.
Yeah, right.
And we were like, wait, what?
And I was like, oh, you can keep up a front for like a year. That's scary. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna like tell you what I want. I want you to show me who you are, and I'm gonna show you who I am, and like, you know. But yeah, I think those things make me feel secure. I think someone who, like you said, is proactive about having conversations, who feels like invested. Like I will say, men have a capacity. This is why I'm like, it's not a male bashing podcast. Unfortunately, we love men, and I say unfortunately, so you know it's not a choice. Sorry, now I'm bashing you. But like,
love to love y'all, man.
Like men really have a capacity to make you feel stable, and that's the thing. I know I'm so like, okay, I'm thinking about the next thing. I'm thinking about a man who feels like he is solid, and that doesn't mean he can't have his own problems, and you know. But I mean, like, I'm so ready to be nurturing that I again need people to earn it, show consistency, and be patient. I think those things make me feel secure.
Yeah. So, final question. What do you think can make you feel secure with online dating? Because it's kind of a different...
It's hard. It requires some consistency. I mean, ghosting has probably been around since time immemorial, right? Like, you always had the capacity to not talk to someone anymore. You meet someone at
the ball, and then you never see them again.
Right. Somebody went off to war.
Right.
And, girl, you moved down to the next town.
Right.
And they can't find you.
Right.
So it is, right, it is possible. But I don't know, I think online dating also just exacerbates the things that we have, right? Because I'm sure the avoidant girlies love online dating because they're like, I can just put you away. I can, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love that. I don't. But I'm sure that's what they're saying, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And the anxious girlies can be like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, yes.
Exactly.
And when that one person isn't giving it, it's like, okay, well fine, let me just keep swiping and let me find the person that will.
Exactly. So I think it just amplifies the things that we our own anxieties, and I mean that's what the online dating companies love about it. You know, Hinge used to be like, oh, the app that's meant to be deleted. Yeah. And now they're like, no, we're actually hiding the fine men behind the paywall. Right? And so
it's always trolls on the regular Hinge. You gotta go to the roses to get the actual people you want.
And I swear I'm not paying for
Goblin. I'm not paying to online date. I mean, but goblins.
And ghouls.
Everyone that likes me on Hinge. Actually, that's so mean. Because now some of y'all about to like me and be like,
that was dark.
That was dark. I think a lot of you can relate because I've had conversations with a lot of people, and the likes that I've gotten on Hinge, I mean,
sometimes
embarrassing.
Are you not embarrassed? Sometimes I'd be like, well, this was your Hail Mary.
Yeah,
right?
I could be like you had to take a shot at me.
Yeah,
right?
I was like, you know, when you're applying to college and you're like, this is my reach school. Like,
yes,
I was at reach school, right? Like,
right.
I can't be your safety.
No.
That was too dark. I can't even think about that.
So I'm actually thinking of one more question.
Yeah.
And what things have you done to sort of combat or rewire your brain to create a more secure attachment style for yourself? Because we've talked a lot about what other people can do to make you feel secure. But what things have you done differently to try to rewire that?
I think that's a fantastic question. And again, this goes to like what I love so much about this episode is that like we're really kicking our own backs in, right? We're really like, okay, look at yourself too. I think therapy is really important. I think understanding the patterns, right? I don't think I was always starting relationships from places of loving myself and wanting someone who like meets me there and can love me as much as I love me. I think I was starting relationships from I want someone to love me more than I love me. And you can't. That's too much on another person.
Damn. I want someone to love me more.
Yeah.
Than I love me.
And hopefully that'll bring up how much I love me. No. You need to really be.
Girl. I'm still thinking about that.
I hope that's
I'm gonna be thinking about that.
Comment down below what y'all think y'all can do to make yourselves feel more secure.
Yeah.
I'm really interested. I want some tips and tricks.
I will say one thing, this might sound so silly. I think I sort of wired my brain at a younger age to associate quickness of response with how much somebody likes me.
Of course.
And so when I'm talking to someone and I'm trying to respond as fast as possible so that they can respond as fast as possible so I don't like miss that window or so like they don't just get busy. And then if they don't respond in time, then I'm like, oh my god, I'm freaking out, thinking, oh my god, do they not like me? Oh my god, and then they probably text back later, or maybe they don't, and whatever. I think I had to start being like, Morgan, if you're busy, you need to treat that text like you would treat any of your friends' texts. Because I don't feel anxious to text my friends back on time.
Sure.
If we're planning a thing or if it's like timely, of course I will respond on time. But if I'm working and my friend texts me, I'm gonna respond after I'm done with my thing.
Yeah.
Unless I feel like it. But like, there's no pressure to be like, I need to respond immediately.
Right.
And sort of like forcing myself to respond in that way to someone that I'm seeing.
Right. To
not be like, have to jump on it the minute that I see it. Actually kind of helped because we rewired my brain to like not associate a text back as a reward. And like the time it takes for a text back
it's very
as a reward.
Yeah.
And like I can be busy and I can do other things and still like a person and respond back to them when I have time, and that's that. I don't need to like overload and super intensely like always be texting them all the time as a measure of, oh my god, we like each other, we're constantly texting each other. I mean, it's very high school, honestly, when you think about it. It's very juvenile. And so that yeah, I did.
Like you're in the kiddie pool, you kept that shit on the playground.
Yeah. Hopscotch. But so that was the thing, like kind of forcing myself to actually not respond immediately sometimes, and not play a game where it's like, okay, I see your text, I'm gonna respond 4 hours later because you responded 4 hours later. I don't want to play that game, but really be honest with myself of like, Morgan, are you responding to this text because you're anxious right now and you feel like you need to respond, or like, can you finish typing the email that you were in the middle of typing and then respond? And then the next thing of that also is, why am I keeping it going? And like, when am I going to reach out again? Right? So maybe I don't reach out for a day, and if like, am I texting them the next day because I need to text them because I need to know if they're gonna respond.
Thinking about you.
Thinking about me, so I'm gonna text them just to make sure, because if they don't respond, then that means that they don't like me enough, or like, I need to know, so I'm gonna text them to make like, and just being like, do I actually have something to say? Like, we talked all day yesterday, we said goodnight, it is 8 a.m, quite literally the only thing I've done is open my eyes, look at Instagram, and not even brush my teeth yet. What do I have to say here?
Yeah.
Like, hey, how's your day? Like, you know what I mean?
It's hard, because sometimes I'm like, I want a good morning text. Like, I want...
And there's a part of a relationship where that good morning text makes sense, but I think I think the part of the relationship I'm talking about, and like, the part that's essential is the beginning, when you're sort of like, again, building that foundation, and I really have to make sure in the beginning of any sort of dynamic or relationship, I'm working to not feed those anxious impulses.
Yeah.
And so like, if we've only been talking for a month or whatever, we're still in some new stage. There's like, how was your day? I just woke up. Like, what am I going to say? You know what I mean? Like, it's just a matter of like, where is the text you're sending coming from? Is it actually from a desire to communicate, or is it coming from an anxious place of needing to know that they will respond or want to talk to you?
Or is the desire to communicate actually coming from a real, interest in what they're saying? Or is it a reminder of the place you want in their life?
Yeah. So that's kind of I know that was so long-winded.
No.
And I know that feels so silly, but that really is, because it's like texting, but that really is a big one. Also, again, I think the scarcity thing too is like, just reminding myself, one, I've lived a whole life without this person. I do not need them. And the fact that I like them is a great thing, but it's not this grandiose thing that's going to fix my life or all of a sudden give it like a new purpose. This is a person that I like. We're talking or hanging out, and that's quite literally all it is. And they might be great, and it could go somewhere. And also, there's another person out there that I would like and would talk to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And later stages of a relationship, like, obviously working and you've built a thing, but like, at the beginning of a thing, it's like, yes, you can commit, you can put focus into a thing, but yes, putting too much pressure
is real. And I think that makes me kind of want to add a thing to my answer of like what I've done to make myself feel more secure, which is invest in like my own check-ins with myself. Which is not to say, I think I'm such an introspective person that I'm almost, I'll go down the rabbit hole. But I realized that, like, sometimes I didn't used to, like, stop myself and ask, like, hey, are you,
like this?
are you enjoying this? Like, do you, or are you sort of getting swept up in the, like, okay, this is, like, fine, this is good enough, right? And I had to reach a point where, like, okay, let's put consistency as a table stake. Let's put emotional intelligence as table stakes. These are the bare minimum. You think this is the peak. What if it's the valley?
Right.
What if it's where you start?
What if it's where you start?
Then do you still like this person? I can't tell you how many times I've had to be like, I don't, and it's interesting when you think of the legacy of this, especially like when I think of like Black women and our legacy of, I remember talking to my mom and my grandma about this guy that I was breaking up with, who I was like casually dating. You remember him, the boring guy.
Yeah.
And I was trying to explain to them, like, hey, I just don't feel, I mean, there were some things, like, he kind of talked over me, and he kind of, like, whatever, but I was like, the biggest thing is, like, I don't really feel that spark, and I feel like I should because he did all the boyfriend things that I liked. Like he was, that man was consistently trying to make plans all the time. He was getting mad because he was like I feel like I'm super willing to like change my plans with people if you want to do something, but I don't think you're willing to do that with me. And I said I'm not. I said, well, I'm not.
At least you're honest.
At least I'm honest. Which is a thing for me. Like, I think before I was too willing to do that. But I also think it was coming from the fact that I didn't like this
he
person.
was not a firework.
He was not
His
a
colors
firework.
did not burst. They were just
he was a plastic bag drifting through the wind.
Yo!
Wanting to start again.
Oh,
you didn't think I was not in that one. Right? And so it was hard for me because I was like, I should want this guy. I should like this guy. And I was talking to my mom and my grandma, both of whom are black women, and obviously, I guess maybe not obviously.
Yeah.
And my grandma and my mom kind of were like, well, girl, like he doesn't hit you. Like he's nice to.
Oh my God.
And like
the bar is in hell with Hades.
But you know what I mean? Like, those are kind of the lineages that we're building from.
Right.
Of like...
He doesn't hit you?
Well,
I would hope not.
I would hope not. Right? And I was going to make some joke about it.
I would assume not, actually.
I genuinely would hope not. And
like,
that's the thing, they can't assume not.
That is sad.
And you know what I mean? So what do we learn when we are young? Our table stakes. And I grew up learning, well, if he's not diabolical to you, girl, that's it. There you go. That's your man, Savannah.
He's not plankton trying to fucking burn your...
literally stealing your Krabby Patty formula in front of your face, because he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it behind your back.
Trying to kill you,
No, like, think about it. Like, we grew up in an era of, like, yeah, but I'm home. Like, he might be going to you, but I'm home. I'm who he comes back to. No. You know what I mean? And so, to circle back, those check-ins were so important. I think that was one of the first times when I was like, girl, your body isn't reacting as it... You know what I mean? He had to have... He called me and he was saying something and he was like, you don't... He was describing me to me and he was like, yeah, like, I know that you're the kind of person who, like, you're not a lover girl like that. Like, you don't want to, like, fall asleep talking to me on the phone.
And you were like, wait, that's actually the opposite of who I am, but that says a lot about how I feel about you.
That told me so much about how I was like, oh, the fact, if you describe me to me like that, you know me, Morgan. I am a Cancer. I want to go like this with my man. You know what I mean? And so the fact that I'm showing up in that way tells me all I need to know. So I've really incorporated checking in because dating is supposed to be fun. Like, it's not supposed to make you anxious.
That's true. It is supposed to be fun.
It's supposed to be enjoy and not fun all the time. Nothing is fun all the time. Nothing is good all of the time. But it's supposed to be a process that you can enjoy.
Yeah, it shouldn't be
work.
Yeah.
I do think it requires effort. Now,
yes,
me and my girls will go back and forth. I told the guy, like, I think effort is attractive, and he was like, I actually don't think it should be effort. No, I think every relationship is work. I think friendships are work. Because you are your own singular person, and you're trying to, like, make a life with a person and, like,
or just even, like, schedule. That just
schedules and the desire to want to schedule someone in your life, that's an effort. Because if you went on your path, you wouldn't have to do it, right? So I'm big on, like, effort is required, but it should be fun. And that was a revelation for me. My therapist and I literally had to have a conversation and be like, she was like, girl, is this supposed to be fun? It's not like I was such a goal. In 5 years, I want to be here. In 10 years, I want to be married. I want to have kids.
It was the same for me. I mean, that's how I ended up in that last relationship. I was like, I like this guy. We hung out a lot. I don't like guys, like, super easily or quickly. Like, I don't. I'm not out here, like, liking every boy that I meet. And I might think you're hot, but
liking you is different.
Liking you is different. And so when I do like someone, or when I have liked someone in the past, I've been like, oh my God, I have to do everything to make this work. And I dived all the way in that. I was like, I like this person. I'm going to make it work. And I decided from jump, like, early on, I was like, I'm gonna make this work, and then I'm going to be with this person, and that's it. I'm good. I got the marriage thing. I got my person. Like, we checked that box off. And It's not a healthy way to go into a relationship. That was a good one.
That was good. Thanks for coming to the couch.
So we're going to do the daily Downlow. There's actually kind of a lot going on this week.
All's Fair on Hulu. Are y'all watching? I feel like Wendy Williams. Are y'all tuned in?
Clap if you're watching All's Fair.
Woo!
I've only seen the clips.
Oh.
I've
Beautiful
only seen
gowns?
the clips. I've seen... You better pin
You
your
better pin
your wig down.
You better pin your wig down.
Because it's about to
blow
blow
it
up.
That I audibly laughed.
I also saw the clip where someone was asking someone about another question and he was trying to like obfuscate and he was like, joggers, September, spring, which is the She by Sheree at the reunion. And like, so when is She by Sheree coming out? September, spring. And what is it? Joggers. September, spring, summer, fall.
Summer, fall. That I was like, it was 2 seasons. Summer, fall. And here's the thing: the critics have rated it a whopping 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I think, well, you know, some people think this was a marketing ploy because they think they were like, oh, to give it a 0, like not one bitch,
Not 1%.
not one person like that.
Can you pay Rotten Tomatoes?
I don't know.
Somebody got to look
You
into
probably
that.
pay the critics, not the
Oh, right.
not the tomato
Not the tomato.
people.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, so some people think it was a marketing play. I do think now, is Kim Kardashian's acting good? No. Well, I mean, we went to grad school for acting, so we're a little snobs about acting sometimes, but no, it's not.
It's not.
I do think the character kind of calls for a certain level of aloofness because, you know, that's one of her issues, but
If they wrote it for her too, like they wrote it in mind.
Could you have acted better? Certainly, right? Certainly.
It's hard when your face doesn't move and your pitch range is
I mean, your
2 notes maybe.
Your pitch range. If you could get this,
If we could if her face could move a little bit more and she could play with pitch variety, she would actually not be that bad. That's
playing
what
with
she's
pitch
missing.
variety would open her up.
Open up.
Because
Just use pitch when you want to emphasize.
I'm like, are
a little
you
bit.
joking or are you deathly serious? I actually cannot tell. Unless you're like smiling. But no, to your point, that would change a lot. So is the acting great? No. Is the writing abysmal? I don't think so. But it's not Pulitzer Prize. You know what I mean?
It's probably high camp. I mean,
It's
from what
high
I've seen,
camp.
it looks
and
high
people,
camp.
And people are like, oh, you can't, like, we overuse camp, like, to excuse bad writing. All the soap operas that you've ever seen, camp. You know what I mean? And it's a fantasy. It's, you know, I want to see 3 bad bitches with unrelatable amounts of wealth.
Right.
And maybe the girls don't want to see unrelatable wealth in this economic crisis that we're in.
I still like to
today.
see it.
But every now and again, I do like to see it. But be great at their jobs and like trying to figure out if they can have it all and all the men are unnaturally fine and you know what I mean? Like
That boy, that guy that she's dating, Kim.
exactly. I had to look him up. He was fine. But yeah, so I think people are hating on it unnecessarily. And they were like, one of the critics was like, you can't even hate watch this, it's so bad. And I was like, what?
Absolutely wrong.
Absolutely wrong.
I can
I proved
hate
him
watch.
wrong.
I can hate
I'm
watch.
waiting till Tuesday. I can't wait.
I kind of want to start.
Start it. I would watch it again. I can't wait.
I think it'd be fun, honestly. Maybe I'll watch it with Tiziano. It'd be fun to watch with someone. Yeah.
I'll watch it with you.
Oh, yeah.
I would watch it again. Serious.
I think the last thing we have to address is all the Democratic wins this week.
We're really in the legal politics.
Well, it goes hand in hand, but there was kind of a blue wave this week, right? Yeah. We had the Prop 50. We had that lady in Virginia. First female governor in Virginia.
Oh, that's right.
That lady in Virginia.
It was crazy.
And we have...
Zorani.
Yeah, Daddy Zorani. Super exciting. And it kind of gives me... He is kind of cute. He's kind of cute.
He's kind of cute.
I saw a tweet the other day that said, would suck the bone right off.
Oh!
And I was like, whoa!
Oh!
And it was just a picture of him smiling, too. But
he has a nice smile.
He's handsome, he's fun, he's young. This goes back to my... I only take
We're
questions.
landing planes
He
today.
understands what the people want.
No, he does.
He understands
And
the
we're not
people.
even in New York,
Because he's
but
not
freeze that
65 and old and retired and set his whole life up. Like,
Yeah, when you don't have a dog in the fight,
you don't care and you only just want everything to be the way you want it.
and then it slips and falls into oppression. Not to say the young people aren't also oppressive. Again, that's the right swing that the young people are making is
and we gotta do something
scary.
about that.
But
It's hopeful.
I was gonna say, we've been looking for hope for so long, and like this is a crumb. The government is still shut down. This is a crumb, but I think it's a good crumb, especially with Iran.
Yes.
I hope he freezes the rents. I hope
I'm Brooklyn
New
strong,
Yorker,
BK strong.
Period. BK strong, and so I'm very excited.
It's just crazy that it hasn't even been a full year of this presidency. Trump has not been president for more than a year yet. I mean, it feels like it's been forever, and I don't even know how we're gonna make it to 2029 when he finally leaves.
Hey.
Well, he won't be out of the White House until 2029.
Yeah, that just broke something in me.
I know, it's really sad. I try not to think about it too much, but it's crazy. It has not been so having this happen right now.
It gave us
it's
hope.
just the fuel that we need for next year. We have to.
Midterm elections are really important. Vote.
Please vote. Please vote. These conservatives in office.
I mean, the policies.
A lot of them They don't actually care about you.
Policies are scary.
And I'm not saying conservatives don't care about you, because I do believe
this isn't
people
even
can
real
have their
republicanism. Now,
yeah.
do I disagree with republicanism? Yes. But this isn't like, you're not a fiscal conservative. These are fascist policies.
The one, it's scary.
It's dark. The swing to that, and I know I just went somewhere super dark, and this is somewhere super light, but Kim didn't pass the bar. Now,
oh my God, I forgot.
It's so hard to pass the bar the first time. It's so hard to pass this, and I'm so proud of her for saying, like, what did she say? Like, I'm gonna keep doing it. Like, this didn't stop anything. Like,
yes.
Period.
I am actually.
And I'm not even like a Kim fan.
Are
you a Nicki fan?
I used to watch Keep Up with the Kardashians. Like, I was a Kardashian fan. And I was one of those people that was like, they're so dumb. And then I got into them and I was like, wait, they actually have businesses and they do shit. Like, they are productive people.
And I do think they be stealing from the aesthetics of black women, which will always get me mad, because what they get mad at us for having, that's the same things they want. Or you gonna call cornrows boxer braids. Don't get me pissed the fuck off. Don't, like, shut the fuck up. But other than that,
so yeah, I support Kim. No, I think like they could so easily live a life where, let me just talk about Kim. She could so easily live a life where she really, really just lives off of like her fame and her wealth and her body and all that stuff, which I'm not saying she doesn't get money from, which is, it's smart and it's a business move, but for her to like have this passion and really take the time to keep working, to make it happen, to keep studying, to keep failing, and to keep trying again, like, I'm so proud of her for doing that, because she literally does not have to. Like, that is her working hard at something that she cares about. And to me, it makes me.
The girls don't want to work?
That she said the girls don't want to work.
And
she
at
wants
the time
to work.
I said, do you? And
she works. These women work. They work. They have businesses. They work.
I'm always proud of women working. I'm not J.K. Rowling. I'm not proud of you. But
right.
Or who was that woman from that Blood documentary where she was Elizabeth Holmes.
Yes.
Elizabeth Holmes. I can't say I'm proud of you either.
Right,
but
right.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's all we have today. So we'll see you next time.
Go ahead and do it for the plot, girl. Do it. Bye.
Bye.